Hey guys, it's Marin with athletesinsight.com, and today I have a 10-minute yoga routine for you if you are a time-pressed running athlete. Oftentimes we are very time-pressed when it comes to running, but it is so important to make sure that we get a good stretch routine so that we can run at our best without injuring ourselves. So let's go ahead and get started. You want to start in a comfortable place, typically on an exercise or a yoga mat, but just about anywhere will do. Let's go ahead and start at the top of our mat or with space to step behind us. Place your feet together. Inhale nice and big as you reach up towards the sky, aligning that spine and evenly distributing your weight in between your toes and your heels. Tuck in that tailbone a little bit so that it's in line with your shoulders, and breathe in again. Inhaling through the nose and then exhaling through the mouth. Let's do this a few times until you feel a little bit more relaxed and centered. Just shake it out if you need to in between breaths. Totally fine. Get here in this space. And then on the next exhale, let's swoop down, bending at the waist, coming all the way down into forward bend. Let's go ahead and soften the knees a little bit. Touch the ground if you can. Otherwise, bend the knees a little bit more and just begin to start extending your legs, walking it out, feeling that stretch in the hamstrings and the calves. Inhale and exhale deeply as you go through these motions. And then let's go ahead and dangle our head, dangle our arms, extend those legs up while dangling your limbs, and just sway side to side. If you need to, you can feel free to hug your elbows, continuing to breathe in and out throughout this motion. Relax that back, relax the hamstrings, relax everything. Go ahead and squat down, touching the ground again. Extend those legs up as much as you can. Feel free to walk them out again if you need to. And let's go ahead and breathe in as we stand all the way back up, reaching up towards the sky. Exhale, breathe out. Now you can repeat the sequence of forward bends as many times as you like. I'd like to recommend doing it until you feel completely loose in your back and your legs, or noticeably loose. And so we're going to go into it at least one more time, but if you're there again, repeat the sequence as many times as you like. And then once you're ready, go ahead and take a nice big exhale as you stretch out one leg, extending into this low lunge position. Straighten your torso. You can hold on to your knee or your waist if you like. If you need to, you can drop that back knee and that back foot so that you can focus on extending deeper into that stretch. You want to make sure you feel that hip open up. Hips are square facing forward. From here, let's go ahead and place the opposite hand down right in front of that front foot, and then rotate out to the back, reaching up towards the sky. Look up towards your upper hand. Breathing in nice and deep, stretching out that spinal column. And then let's go ahead and exchange hands. Same hand as the front foot, and open up to the other side. From here, let's come back down, place both hands in front of us, step back into a plank position. Hands and feet are shoulder width apart. Take a big inhale. Exhale, and we're going to push back into downward dog. Downward dog is a three-part movement. You're going to push back with your hands. Your torso is going to move away from the ground. Your hips are lifting up towards the sky. And then your back heels are going to push down into the ground, extending the legs, straightening the legs if you can. If you can't straighten the legs, feel free to bend your knees slightly, but continue to maintain this push and pull movement by pushing your hands away, pulling those hips up, and pressing those heels down into the ground. Go ahead and feel free to walk out your calves if you want. It's a great hamstring calf stretch, but it's also going to stretch out your whole body, increasing circulation, improving flexibility and blood flow. And from here, let's go ahead and gently rock back into plank pose. Drop those hips down to the ground and lift your torso up towards the sky. Nice lower back compression here. We're stretching out the abs. You can sway into this, opening the hips up a little bit more. Breathe in nice and deep. And go ahead and come back to your knees, tuck those toes, and press back up into downward dog once again. Feeling free to walk out as much as you need to. Pressing into it. It might be uncomfortable, that's totally normal. Before we get down into low lunge on the opposite leg, we're going to drop our knees and do a couple cat-cows. This is going to stimulate the central nervous system, increase that blood flow, improve digestion, and relax the spine. So you're going to breathe in as you look up and drop your navel to the floor, raise those hips, your tailbone's going up towards the sky, and so is your head. As you exhale, you're going to drop your head, pressing away, rounding out your back, hollowing out that belly, tucking in that tailbone into cat pose. So cow pose is the inhale, cat pose is the exhale. Do this a few times. Following your breath, it should feel pretty relaxing. Let's go ahead and do it one more time. Now from here, we're going to extend back into a plank position. We're going to step up with the opposite foot. So if you did low lunge on one side, step up with the opposite side here. Again, feel free to place your hands on your knees, your hips, or drop that back knee and that back foot. Just focus on extending those hips, opening them downwards. Make sure you got this 90-degree angle with your front knee here. And we're going to go ahead and place the opposite hand right next to the front foot, rotating in towards our knee, looking up towards the sky. Relax as you do this. Continue to breathe in deeply. Focus on pressing those hips down as you twist up towards the sky. And let's go ahead and exchange sides. Breathe in nice and deep, maintaining balance. We're going to go ahead and frame our foot with our hands. Gently tuck that back toe up and step forward into forward bend. From here, press those palms or your fingertips on the floor with your knees bent. Extend up as much as you can. And then we're going to inhale, straightening our legs, straightening our back into half standing forward bend. Keep everything nice and straight. And with your shoulders rolled back, torso nice and straight, core nice and tucked in, try to focus on bringing that belly button down to the tops of your thighs, keeping everything nice and straight. From here, let's go ahead and inhale, raising those arms up. Exhale, walk those legs out a bit. Inhale again, nice up. Exhale. Doesn't that feel really good? We're going to finish off this set by sitting down on the ground. I'm going to sit in cross-legged position. First, I'm going to start facing you, and then I'm going to rotate to the side so you can see my poses. But from here, we're going to sit in easy pose. Just cross the leg, just cross your legs, nice and relaxed. Sit nice and upright. I'm going to place one palm on the ground right behind that hip. Reach up with the opposite arm, up and over. Looking up towards the sky, opening the shoulder, keeping that chest nice and open, your neck nice and visible. Exhale, coming up, and inhale, reaching out to the other side. Nice side stretches here. From here, we're going to take the opposite hand, place on the outside of the opposite knee. Other hand goes behind you for support. Gently exhale as you pull into a twist. Looking back as far as you can, you want this to be very gentle. Feel that nice twist in your spine, but there should not be any sharp pains. Breathe in deeply in that twist. And exhale, coming to center. Take a nice big inhale here in the center. And exhale, twisting to the opposite side. Warming up that whole body, twisting that spine. Loosening all the muscles that you use for proper breathing and running, improving that blood flow and that circulation. Exhale, coming to center. Now I'm going to turn to the side. You don't have to, but I just want you to see this form. We're staying in cross-legged position. From here, we're going to breathe in nice and deep, placing both palms of our hands on the top of our thighs. From here, you want to make sure that your elbows are tight to your body. You're going to lift up nice and high, pulling that torso out of your hips, and gently bend at the waist, bending forward towards the ground. You should feel a little bit of a stretch on one side of your glute. The foot that is in front, you should feel that stretch in the glute. So come down as far as you can. When you get close to the ground, you can take your hands, place it in front of you. Feel free to walk it down if you can, or as far as you can, and just gently relax here. Breathing in deep, stretching out that glute. This is a muscle that is so important to stretch because it can connect to so many areas of our body, from our lower back to our hamstrings, all the way down to our VMOs and our knees. So keeping the glutes nice and relaxed and loose is a really important place to focus on. Walk up very gently. We're gonna go ahead and do the other glute, and by doing so, you wanna switch your feet just like this. So bring the opposite foot in front now. Place both hands at the top of the thighs and gently bend forward. Breathe in deeply into it. Try to keep both hips on the ground. So you're only coming forward because you're bending at the waist, not because your hips are lifting off. So bend forward when you can make it to the ground. Feel free to walk out. It's totally okay if one side is more flexible than the other. Just breathe into it. Keep both hips on the ground. Feel that stretch. And walk up slowly. So we're going to finish this session off by laying flat on our backs. Find a comfortable place. You want to make sure that your shoulders are rotated back and down so both shoulder blades are on the ground, palms are facing up. You're kind of in an anatomical position, so your feet will splay out, so will your hands on your body. And we're just going to gently take both knees, hug them to our chest, and rock gently. So you're going to feel that compression in the hips. Bring them tight to your chest, rock gently side to side. Just massaging those hip joints a little bit. And when you're done, feel free to lay in the corpse pose or savasana. This is just where you lay here comfortably, everything's touching the ground, and you sort of just absorb all the work that you did, allowing your body to relax and just feel all of the effects of all that stretching. You're also more than welcome to repeat the entire sequence as many times as you like. So a lot of times if I want to get a really good routine in, I'll repeat that whole sequence from forward bend all the way down to laying down in corpse pose 3 total times. When you do lay down in corpse pose, make sure you lay down for at least 3 to 5 minutes. Completely find yourself in relaxation before you get up and go about your day. So I want to thank you guys for joining me here on this yoga routine for the running athlete. See more at athletesinsight.com. My name's Marin, and I'll see you next time.